With the global coronavirus infections hitting the over 2 million mark and in excess of 126,000 deaths, some Kenyans living abroad, particularly in countries hard hit by the pandemic, have been sending distress calls to the Kenyan authorities. Statistics from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs indicate that there are over 3 million Kenyans in the diaspora, with some pushing for their return back home for fear of contracting the coronavirus. Their determination may not be realized, with the government citing cost and logistic challenges for their non-return.
Because telling us just to send planes haiwezekani. Ndege inabeba watu 200. Na ikienda Hungary sio ati huko itakuta 12. Then from there it cannot begin jumping around picking up sio matatu. You see, this is a serious problem.
Do you have measures even to cater for those who are able to afford on their own?
Even if you were to evacuate 30,000, 10%. Imagine that they are all not in the same country, so your planes would be flying in different directions. Pick up 100 here, 1,000 there, 5,000 there. It is an impossible proposition, Mr. Chairman.
Most airlines have suspended flights to and from Nairobi, and the government has closed the Kenyan airspace, with an exception for cargo planes, the government blaming Kenyans who failed to take advantage of available flights before the situation worsened.
And the time that we did offer, there were 3 places where we offered, where we had a clamor. Dubai, DRC, and South Sudan. Tukasema na Emirates, tubebe watu wetu. Wakakubali. When they were told to pay, I think 13 took up the offer. But when they were on social media, there was 200, 300 of them screaming, evacuate us.
But the situation in India is dire, with hundreds of patients who troop to various cities in search of medical care stranded. Some have even passed on, and their relatives cannot transport the bodies back home for burial.
They are dying not because they are not well or they have not been treated, but because they are now stuck. How do you recuperate under those circumstances? No.
The PS was, however, taken to task following numerous cases of Kenyans in China being evicted from apartments and brutalized by authorities and Chinese citizens.
Of all these who have been complaining who are Kenyans, and we are about 100 that I am aware of, none of them are registered with the embassy in Kenya, in Beijing. Thank you. None of them have proper papers.
It's only us and the ministry to say, to hold China accountable and tell them this is wrong. Whether the people have visas or no visas, it's wrong.
We feel like they have boxed us to a corner. I mean, we make noise, they give us a donation of masks and PPEs and whatever. We keep quiet. So we feel like we are in an abusive relationship.
The ambassador here has been very contrite and has apologized. What maybe he hasn't done is apologized in social media or in other places. But the Chinese are not known for using social media as their way of communication. But I will advise him that maybe he should again apologize.
Francis Gashuri, Citizen TV.